Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to 1MinuteTennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about how to smoothen out your forehand, how to get that beautiful rhythm when it seems that you cannot miss. Hopefully everybody watching this video will have some days where it really seems easy and it's such a pleasure to hit the ball. But unfortunately, we also have days when it's harder to hit the ball, when the strokes seem to have almost a life of their own and it seems clunky and difficult. What I want to do is show you what you should focus on those bad days, to make the bad timing days disappear and leave you with only great timing days and great tennis days. When hitting the ball seems really easy, when the ball's just flying off the racket effortlessly, then what you'll find is that motions and the movements within the strokes are essentially rounded rather than angular. And on the bad days, it might only be one part of the stroke, but on the bad days, what you'll find is that there's something, at least one thing, that's angular rather than rounded. Let me show you what I mean, because that's kind of jargon. It doesn't really make that much sense. So I'm going to make a forehand stroke here, and I'm going to lower the racket, and obviously this is a pat the dog position. But the way that I've got into that position is angular. See, I come here and then down, and here and then down. And when I do that in this inert position here, when I come up, I'll totally lack rhythm, and the racket is inert. And so when I pull it up, it will not have a smooth, effortless feeling. It will have a very muscular feeling. So now an angular take back and up. And now I'm going to round the take back. So I'm here and I round the take back and up. There's an almost identical position being achieved here, but the way that I get there robs me of rhythm in one stroke and gives me rhythm in the second way. So look, the first way, here and up. And the racket feels dead in my arm. I can actually feel it resisting my arm as I make the swing. But now I go higher and I roll into the stroke. And I go higher and I roll into the stroke. It's the same on the backhand side. Both sides are the same. I go into the backhand and I drop here, stop, and through. But now I roll into the stroke and I have this lovely, smooth, rounded feeling. To apply this rounded movement, we have to have something very simple to connect to, because in the match, in an actual game, that's when this feeling of sort of sudden jerkiness and a lack of feel for the stroke can occur. So to get this rounded feeling for great timing, we need something really simple to apply, because you can be hitting the ball great and then suddenly it goes and the feeling is very awkward and jerky and the racket can feel almost like a foreign object in our hands. So I want you to think about swinging the elbow around the hip. Now, it won't be quite around the hip. The hip's below the position of the elbow, but it doesn't matter because the sensation or attempt to do this will give you this rounded, smooth, fluid feeling. So look, I have to make the first phase of the take back, and now I initiate the stroke as the ball's approaching, and I roll my elbow around my hip. Once again, elbow around the hip. On the backhand side, I go into shape, and my elbow swings around the hip. Even on the two-hander, the elbows swing around the hip. When you rotate the elbows around the hip, it's just about impossible to have this angular, jerky, muscular motion. And the rhythm is easier, the racket speed is easier, and the strokes will be better. As you can see here, I'm rolling the elbow around the hip. And again, I'm rolling the elbow around the hip. And again, around the hip. So I make the elbow make a circular shape around the hip. So use this movement in your game. First of all, don't just use it when it goes wrong. When you begin, when you're warming up, have the distinct feeling of rolling the elbow around the hip to give you that fluid motion. And then as you're familiar with it, as you're playing, we don't think of anything, or we think as little as possible. But then if the stroke goes wrong, if the feeling is bad, if the stroke becomes hard work and jerky, you now have a response to a default position where you roll the elbow around the hip and you'll immediately have fluid, smooth ball striking. If you like my unusual slant on tennis and want more help with your game, then there's many ways that we can help you as well as YouTube videos. We have many books on every aspect of the game. The books have great illustrations and super clear explanations. Also, we have detailed courses on the forehand and on the serve. The courses involve a series of videos, all linked one after the other, with also great detailed explanations and further illustrations. Or we do one-to-one online coaching. For more information on any of these, have a look at the website or email me, or there's links in the comment section. So apply this into your game. Make great ball striking an easy to achieve experience. Use the elbow to relate to the hip, and you'll have fluid, powerful, and consistent ground strokes. Thanks for watching. See you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.